Welcome to Lifelong Learning, a financial education channel dedicated to teaching you how to navigate the world of finance. In today's conversation, I want to give you some background as to why I wanted to start this channel and an introduction to why learning about financial markets can be a boost for you personally. So let's begin with my background and why I wanted to start teaching people about finances. I was actually influenced heavily by my mom in this regard. Now, she was not a financial wizard by any stretch of the imagination, but as a woman who graduated from high school in 1961, she went to work instead of getting married right out of the gate. Now, she eventually did get married, but one of the first things that my mom told me about money was make your own money so that you can rely on yourself. She wanted me to know that no matter what, I needed to be able to trust myself with money so that I could always have choices in my life and not be dependent on anybody. I can't even begin to tell you what that has meant as a foundational cornerstone of my life. It has shaped how I see everything, all my choices, all my decisions. My life has been about being able to have a choice in any situation. My relationship to money is one of the things that makes that happen. So both of my parents instilled in me that I had to have a plan. I needed to pay attention and that I needed to be smart. Now, my parents were somewhat financially savvy for their day, but I do believe that myself and my siblings took their foundation and improved upon it. While this journey, this financial journey, has had its ups and downs through it all, I work with my own fundamental principles of money management, and I can help you develop your own as well. Make no mistake, your journey will have its ups and downs, just like mine has. No one can predict with certainty that a market crash can happen or when it's going to happen, or that you could lose a job for some unforeseen circumstance. But through it all, you can learn, adjust your strategies, and over time, you will be a better master of your own destiny. It's really important to remember that this is an education channel. I'm sharing my experience with financial instruments, etc. At no point am I recommending to buy a particular product or invest in anything in particular. I will give you actions that you can take that are safe, like opening a paper money brokerage account, and things where you can learn without investing your hard-earned money. That way, you are learning through virtual reality in a way, and you can learn from that virtual experience and gain confidence. So the way this will work is this. I will introduce financial instruments. I will talk about things that I have tried over the years. I will share my experiences with different investments. I highly suggest getting a notebook or maybe keeping a digital log of some kind on things that you're learning, and being able to reflect on those experiences. But here's the deal. Do not invest your own money until you feel comfortable that you know how the investment works. Until then, the best advice is to stay on the sideline. Why do I recommend this? Well, my own journey started out like that. My dad encouraged me to open a savings account once I was out on my own. After that, I decided where I went next, but I educated myself first. When I was starting out, there was no internet of resources to go to. So I got myself a subscription to Money Magazine. That magazine was focused on various money topics, like mutual funds was a big part of what they did. They had great articles on investing, the mental and emotional aspects of investing. And eventually, after reading for a while, I felt like I understood having a mutual fund account and whether I set it up as a regular investment or as a retirement account. Only when I felt comfortable did I then take an action to invest. Now, all along, I had been saving in my savings account at the bank. I had eventually opened a CD. And so when I was ready, I had money to invest in a mutual fund because to invest in mutual funds, there is a minimum investment a lot of times that they have where you have to have at least $500 or $1,000 to invest. So I had been saving all along. And as I was learning, I was saving, and I was then able to make that decision to invest. So I was ready, and my confidence level was higher than just jumping into something that I did not understand. So there's two things I want you to do right now. So first, I want you to write in your log that I will not invest in anything until I have done my homework and feel like I understand the financial instrument. Now, this assumes you know nothing. Some of you who are watching or listening to this may already have certain knowledge about financial instruments, etc. But as a general rule for this educational channel, if I talk about something you have never heard of, you will do your homework before investing. Because seriously, not every financial option may be something that you're interested in, and it may not be something that works in your plan. That is absolutely okay. Remember, you decide. The second thing I want you to do is to start looking at financial articles. Start reading. Read about anything you're interested in the financial markets, just like I did with the Money Magazine subscription years ago. You do not have to pay for any subscriptions. There are plenty of free information out there. You want to start reading, even if you do not understand every word of what you're reading, because the key here is repetition. And when you do not understand a concept, you try to learn more about that concept. So if you see a word that you don't understand, look it up. Try to figure out what it means. Okay. Seek examples. Eventually, that is how learning occurs. Your curiosity is the guide. So essentially, you will be learning. I may ask you to look at something where you're doing a virtual trade or a virtual investment, something along those lines, because the more you can do that and get a feel for it real time, even though it's not your money, you will learn a lot from that. It will be most beneficial to you. So thanks so much. I'm really excited for this journey, and I will talk to you on another episode.